Hello students, welcome back to our session. Today I am going to explain about the operators concept. Actually Python provides number of built-in operators. So built-in operators means it has already predefined, comes along with the Python software. So each and everything we will discuss in this session. Now let us start our session. Okay. What is an operator? Explain the types of operators. Now, first we have to know about the definition of operators concept. Operators definition we have to know. An operator is a special symbol that tells the computer to perform a specific operation. An operator is a special symbol that tells the computer to perform a specific operation like addition, multiplication, division, subtraction, etc. So, this is the definition of operators concept. Actually, it is a symbol. All of you please check in your keyboard first of all. There are number of symbols available now. There are number of symbols available. Plus, minus, subtraction, modulus, dollar symbol. These are special symbols now. Each symbol contains some predefined functionality provided by the Python software. So operands, a value involved in an operation is called an operand. Now diagrammatically I will show. For that I am opening paint window here. So this is paint window. For example, if you want to do any addition operation, a is equal to 10, a equal to 10. So 10 is the value of a. In that b is equal to 20. So the 20 value of belongs to b. So c is equal to a plus b. This addition operation I want to do. So this is my requirement. So here all of you carefully observe. In this addition operation, this is addition operation. So in this, plus symbol is the operator symbol. Plus symbol is the operator. And this is operator. This is operator. Plus symbol is the operator. So it is a symbol. We are giving the intimation to the interpreter. We are giving the intimation for the interpreter. While executing time, if the plus symbol read by the interpreter, it can understand. Here I need to do an addition operation between these two operands. And here this is an operator. Plus symbol is a operator and this one A and B are operands. A and B are operands. Operands. A and B are operands. Now understand what is an operator and what are the operands. Actually an operator is a symbol. It can perform any mathematical operation or any logical operation. So that is called an operator. But an operator should work with only an operands. Any operator will work with between two operands. Between two operands. Here a, b are operands. Plus is an operator. Now you can understand everything here. What is an operator and what is an operand? Here a, b are operands. Plus is a operator. And that example is also given in a diagrammatical format. All of you carefully observe. Here plus is an operator, x plus y. One more example here. X is operand, y is also one more operand. In between these two operands, one plus symbol assigned. So this is an operator. Like that, we have to do some mathematical operations based on that given operators. Python language supports number of built-in operators. Python language supports number of built-in operators. They are, first one is arithmetic operators, and second one relational operators, third one assignment operators, fourth one unary minus operators and unary minus operator. Actually it is a single operator here, so that's why I removed yes. And fifth one logical operators, sixth one boolean operators, seventh one membership operators, eighth identity operators, ninth one bitwise operators. So Python supports number of built-in operators. Here I given a few important examples. So each and every operator we have to know here. So the first one is arithmetic operators. Arithmetic operators are used to perform arithmetic operations. Arithmetic operation between two operands. Programmatically, I will show here. Programmatically, I will show. So the first operator is addition operation. Second one subtraction. Third one multiplication. Fourth one division. Fifth one modulus. And sixth one exponential. Nothing but if you want to represent any power value, for that these two star symbols we can use. The first one is the base and second one is the power, like that. And floor division gives integer value after division. I will show each and everything programmatically. These all are arithmetic operators. Arithmetic operators definition is what here? Arithmetic operators are used to perform some mathematical operations. Mathematical means arithmetic operations between two operands. If you want to do any mathematical operation, compulsory two operands must and should be required. Two operands must and should be required, like a plus b. A, b are operands, plus is operator. In that place, instead of we can use plus operator, we can use minus, multiplication symbol, like a division symbol, module symbol, all those things as per our requirement we can use. So arithmetical operators example we have to see right now. For that I am opening Python shell window, IDLE window. So this is called Python shell window. So a is equal to 10, b is equal to 20. These two variables I have defined here. These two are int type variables. These two are int type variables. So the first operation is a plus b. A plus b. Here arithmetic operation is going on, addition operation is going on. So a is equal to 10, b is equal to 20. The result is 30, it will represent. It is representing 30. Next, a minus b. A minus b. So minus 10. Is that right answer? Yes, it is right answer. Because of a is equal to 10, b is equal to 20. So that's why a minus b, the result is minus 10. A minus b, the result is minus 10. Because of b is biggest value now. B contains 20. So the smallest value to biggest value, it will represent with the minus value. Next, a into b. In every programming language, for multiplication purpose, in writing purpose, we can use x symbol. We can use x symbol like this, and this is called multiplication. But in programming, programming languages, instead of using x symbol, we can use the star symbol in any programming language. So it will represent multiplication result, a into b. 10 into 20, the result is 200. Now it is showing now the output is 200, like that. A divided by b also. 0.5 is the answer. And a mod of 10, sorry, a mod of b, it will represent a remainder value. It will represent a remainder value. Now all of you observe now? All of you understand? So arithmetic operations are over. Arithmetic operators are over the concept. Like that we have to use in our programs. A plus b, a minus b, a into b, a by b. Between two operands we can use the arithmetic operators. Next, relational operators. Relational operators are used for comparing two values. Relational operators are used for comparing two values. For example, a person age equal to 20 and b person value equal to 30. So which is the biggest value? How can we compare? By using relational operators. There are number of relational operators also we have. These are built-in operators. The first one is equal to operator. A equal to B. Not equal to. Not equal to symbol we can use. This is exclamatory mark. In your keyboard, it is available in the first number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 number series is there at the top keyboard in the top position. So the first number it is available. If you want to use that one, compulsory you should use the shift operator. I mean, if you press shift and 1 at a time, if you press, then it will type on the screen. Next, greater than symbol, less than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to. All of you carefully observe these all symbols, then only you can understand everything. So how we can use? Like this we can use A equal to B, A not equal to B, A greater than B, A less than B, A greater than or equal to B, and also A less than or equal to B. Like that we have to represent. But in the mathematical format, A not A equal less than or equal to, how it will represent? A less than or equal to means two operators, it will represent like this: A less than or equal B. So the plus operator, I mean the less than operator under, we have the underline. So that is less than or equal symbol. Am I correct or not? In the mathematical way, if you want to do any mathematical calculations like manually, how can you use that operator? Less than or equal, like that na. Here I am showing na, like that we have to use. But in programmatic way, A less than or equal, like that we have to use. Two operators at a time we can use. Two operators here, one side by side we can use. But here in the mathematical expression is less than or equal to, I mean less than, under we have the underline, that is called less than or equal. But in the programmatic way, the two operators side by side we can use less than or equal to. This expression meaning is what? Less than or equal, A less than or equal to B. Now understand now? The first operator is equal to, the second operator is not equal to, third one greater than, fourth one less than, fifth one greater than or equal to, sixth one less than or equal to. Like that, these all are comes under the relational operators. And what purpose we can use relational operators? If you want to compare any two values, which is the biggest value, which is the smallest value, or which is the equal value, like that we can find out by using relational operators only. Now programmatically I will show how we can use that one. So A equal to 10, B equal to 20. Now I am using relational operators. A less than B, A equal to B. For the first operator is, now I am comparing both values are same or not, both values are equal or not. So that's why I am using A equal to B. So it is false because of, I mean these relational operators representing only relational operators give the result like a true or false format. Like a true or false format, it will give the result as a true or false format, like that. So the A value is equal to 10 and B value equal to 20. So now I am comparing both values are same or not. A equal to B, the first operator is what? Equal to na. So two times I am using equal to symbol because of this is relational operator. So now I am comparing A equal to B, 10 equal to B. The A value, the A replacer with 10 and B replacer with 20. So 10 equal to 20. So both values are same or not? No. So that's why the value is false. I mean it is telling us it is false. So both values are not same. This meaning is what? Both values are not same. Again I am using not equal to symbol. Not equal to symbol. A not equal to B. So the result is true. It is correct na? So 10 not equal to 20. So that is the correct format. That's why it is representing as output true format. And third operator is what? Greater than. A greater than B. A value is what? 10. B value 20. A greater than B now. False. Because of A is small. A contains smallest value. B contains biggest value. 10 greater than 20. It is a false. Next, less than operator. A less than B. It is true because of 10 less than 20 na. 10 is the smallest value compared to 20 na. 10 is smallest value than 20. So that is true. So that result it is printing. Logical operators, relational operators printing true or false format. What purpose we can use these operators? Comparing two values. Comparing any two values. Next, greater than or equal to symbol also we can use like that. A greater than or equal to B. Either greater than or equal to. It will give the result of true format. So false. Equal kaadu, at the same time peddadi kaadu. A value. A equal to 10 na, B equal to 20. So A value is greater than. No, so it is wrong. And equal kuda kaadu. Like that. That's why it is printing false as a result. Same time A less than or equal to 10. It will give the result true format because of A value is A greater than or equal to B. True format. A less than compared to B value or equal to. So the first condition it has satisfied. A less than 10. A less than B. A value is 10, B value is 20. So the first less than operator has satisfied. So then again it will not check equal to operator. If it is equal to, A equal to 10 and B equal to also 10. The result is what? The result is A less than or equal to B. So both values same na. Again it will print the true because of less than or equal. Either less than or equal. So the result is true. Like that we have to compare. So those are relational operators. Next, assignment operators. Assignment operators are used to assign the value to a variable. Assignment operators are used to assign a value to variable. All of you carefully observe. Here assignment operators are nothing but is equal symbol. How we can assign a variable? A value. For example, here my value is A. Now I want to assign 10 value. How can we assign? By using is equal symbol na, A equal to 10. Then only the 10 value will assign to the A variable. So this is equal symbol is called assignment operator here. And that is equal symbol is called simple assignment. And next, what is the definition here? Assignment operators are used to assign the value to a variable or result of an expression to a variable. If you want to assign any expression also, for example, this is one way. If you want to assign any value to a variable, compulsory is equal symbol we can use. And if you want to assign an expression means A is equal 10 plus 20 plus 30 or x plus y plus z minus 20. So this entire expression first it will calculate. After that, what is the result it will get? It will get some result na after evaluation. X plus y plus z minus 20. This entire expression first it will evaluate. After that it will get some result. That result will assign to the a variable. And this entire format is called an expression. That is the definition meaning. Assignment operators are used to assign the value to a variable or result of an expression. Result an expression to a variable. Now understand na? Either a value directly we can assign or we can assign an expression value also. After evaluation, it will get some value. That value it will assign to that variable. So the assignment operators are combination of simple assignment operator and arithmetic operators. Assignment operators are combination of like this. Here number of operators we have na, plus equal to, minus equal to, multiplication equal to, division equal to, modulus equal to, exponential equal to, like that. So all are combination of equal to symbol na. Equal simple assignment operator is nothing but equal to symbol, and arithmetic operators are equal to plus, minus, multiplication, division, modulus, exponential, and floor division, all those things. It is a combination of simple assignment and also arithmetic operators. Now that is the meaning of assignment operators. So now how we can pronounce this one? The first equal to symbol is simple assignment, and plus equal to means add and assignment, minus subtract and assignment, multiply and assignment, divide and assignment, modulus and assignment, exponential and assignment, floor division and assignment. This is the meaning of. Now I am giving an explanation about with diagrammatically. All of you carefully observe. Now a equal to 10. This is called as simple assignment. Now a plus equal to 10. So this is the meaning of. First, this is the meaning of. What it means? A plus equal to 10 means a is equal a plus 10. A is equal a plus 10. So first, the a value is what? 10. Again it will replace with a equal to 10 plus 10. A equal to 10 plus 10. Actually the a value is what? First I have defined a equal to 10. So a value stored with 10. A variable contains 10 value. So a plus equal to 10 means a is equal a plus to 10. After that interpreter it will convert into like this. If you use the code like this in your program, interpreter internally it is converting like this. A is equal to a plus 10. A is equal to a plus 10. So a value is what? Actually 10. 10 plus 10. So like that it will treat. So after calculation, a is equal 10 plus 10 20. So the result is 20. The result is 20. Like that, subtraction, multiplication, division also, and modulus operators will work like this. Now understand now? And exponential and assignment means, here if you use the two symbols, now I am opening ideally. All of you carefully observe. A is equal 10, B is equal 20. Now I want to use a power 10, a power 2. This means internally it can convert into like this. Here I am writing comment for that. A power 2. This expression convert into like this. So a power 10 to the 10 square means 10 into 10. How much it will result? How much it will get the result? 100 na? So that is the meaning of power, and it is the base value. Here a value is what? 10. All of you carefully observe. A is equal 10. Now I am using the expression is a symbol 2. This means a replaced with 10. Here a value is what? 10 na? A value is 10. So a replaced with 10. 2 means it can use as a square symbol. Just wait. I am converting into a square. This is the meaning of like this. A to the power of 2. A value is 10. So 10 to the power of 2. The result is 10 into 10. The result is 10 into 10. What it will get? 100 is the output. 100 is the result of output. So like that. Like that it is representing. And next, A is equal 10, B is equal 3. Now A divided by B. A divided by B. What is the result? The float value it will represent. The float value it will represent. Sometimes I don't want this fraction part. I don't want this fraction part. I want only integer part. I want only integer result. So that's why I use it this slash symbol 2 times. This slash symbol 2 times. B. Now all of you look at the screen. It will print as like that. It is representing as the output in the integer format, not a floating format. And this data type is float data type. This data type is integer format. Integer format. Now understand na? This operator pronunciation is floor division. Floor division. This is exponential. Star symbol means double times if you want to, single time if you use, it is called multiplication. That operation is called multiplication. But if you use double times, it is called exponential value. Nothing but it is the power of base value. A is the base value and 2 is the power value. Now understand na? Like that we can use in the Python programming language. And relational operators also completed, assignment operators also completed. And next, unary minus operators. Unary minus operator means, unary meaning is what actually? The unary minus signs can be used as a subtraction operator as well as unary sign operator. As well as unary sign operators. The unary operators yields the negation of its numeric argument. Yields the negation of its numeric argument. The minus sign changes the sign of value. Here unary meaning is what? Actually, arithmetic operators should work with two operands. Should work with two operands like A plus B. A plus B means, wait. Here I am showing diagrammatically, then only you can understand what is the meaning of unary operator. A plus B. So here A is one operand, B is second operand. It is first operand, it is second operand. In between operator symbol we can use. So if you want to use any arithmetic operators or any operator in the programming language, compulsory two operands must and should be required. Compulsory two operands must and should be required. But unary operator means it will work on only single operator. It will work only single operator. Single operand. Unary operator will work with single operand. Nothing but a minus symbol. That's why it is called a unary symbol. For example, the A value is 10. Just assume A value is 10. Now again I am using minus A. Then what is the output? The negation, it is treating as a negation symbol. Carefully observe, it is treating as a negation symbol. Wait. Actually the window place is not sufficient, that's why. If you write like this in our program, then immediately the result is minus 10. The result is minus 10. Sorry, actually it is hiding. Again I am showing. A is equal 10. In our program, if I want to use minus A, immediately the 10 it will turn into negative value, minus 10. So that is the meaning of unary minus operator. Unary means it will work on single operand. It will work on single operand. That is the meaning of unary minus operator. All of you carefully observe. A is equal to 1 and minus A means it can turn over into minus 1. And next one, logical operators. Logical operators are used to join multiple conditional expressions. Logical operators are used to join multiple conditional expressions. Actually, in the relational operators, what is the definition it has? Relational operators are used for comparing two values. Nothing but here one expression it can validate. It is either it is true or not. Either it is true or not. Either it is true or false. That is one expression. Relational operators will work on only single expression. But while coming to logical operators, it can work. It will work on multiple expressions. It will work on multiple expressions. Logical operators are used to join multiple conditional expressions. These operators are used to combine two or more relational expressions to return the combined result as either true or false. Either true or false. All of you carefully observe. Here I am showing something for you. In the example format I am showing. So the first expression is a equal to 10, b equal to 20. These two are variables. Now I am using relational operators right now. A less than b. A less than b. Here one expression I used now. While coming to logical operators, 5 less than 10 and 5 less than 10 is the one expression. Here one more expression I am comparing. 10 less than 5. So both conditions should need to satisfy here. If the condition satisfy, in the relational operator, if one expression a less than b 10, a equal to 10 and b equal to 20. So here internally it can replace it with 10 less than 20. So if the expression is true, then it will show the result as a true. The output is true because of the condition has satisfied. 10 less than 20 is that right answer? Is that right expression? So that's why it is representing true. Here I am using two expressions along with logical operator. Either this one also, this one should need to satisfy and also this one is also should need to satisfy. 5 less than 10. So the condition is true. And next 10 less than 5. The condition is false. So what is the output it will print? False. Because of here I given two conditions. In between I used AND operator. AND meaning is what internally? AND meaning. And both conditions should need to satisfy. So that is the meaning of AND operator. It will represent false because of first expression is true and second expression it is false. Here I given two expressions. If I use the AND operator, compulsory should need to satisfy these two expressions. Compulsory these two expressions should need to satisfy. Then only true value will represent. So the first expression has satisfied. Second expression should not satisfy. That's why it is representing false as a output. Next, the second operator in that OR. OR is nothing but either one expression should need to satisfy. Same expression I am passing now. All of you look at the screen. Same expression here I am using. But instead of using AND operator, I am using OR operator. This meaning is what? Actually, either any one expression should need to satisfy. Either this one or this one. Any one expression. So it will show the output true. Now understand now? In the first expression, here I use an AND operator. That meaning is what? Actually two expressions should need to satisfy. But in the second expression, I use an OR operator. So that meaning is what? Any one expression should need to satisfy. Both expressions should not need to satisfy. So that is the meaning of this one. So here one expression satisfied and second expression not required to satisfy. So that's why it is representing as a true format. ఇక్కడ మీకు అర్థం చేసుకోండి అమ్మా, సింపుల్గా ఉంటుంది అంతే, ఏం లేదు. ఎండ్ యూజ్ చేసినప్పుడు తెలుగు మీనింగ్ ఏంటి? రెండు కూడా సాటిస్ఫై అవ్వాలని. అంటే 5 less than 10 ఇక్కడ సాటిస్ఫై అయింది. ద వాల్యూ ఇస్ వాట్? 5 value is 5 less than 10. It is the right condition because of 5 is the smallest value, 10 is the biggest value. And 10 less than 5. Here 10 is the biggest value, 5 is the smallest value. 10 less than 5 now. It is the wrong. So that's why here one expression satisfied and one more expression should not satisfy. So then that's why it is representing as a false as a output. But here if you use or instead of using and, if you use or, any one expression should need to satisfy and remaining expression not required to satisfy. That's why it is showing true format. Next, not means reverse. Not means reverse. Actually 5 less than 10, what it will print? True. Am I correct? If I use not before same expression 5 less than 10, it will represent false. True against what? False. True opposite is false. So that is the meaning of not operator. These three are logical operators. Relational operators will work with on only single expression, but logical operators will work on multiple expressions. So that is the difference between relational and logical operators. Next, Boolean operators. Boolean operators also similarly work with logical operators. Here example also given. Look at the screen. Same expression, but instead of values I used variables. But here instead of I stored values, I stored true or false statements. All of you carefully observe. That is also I am showing programmatically. X is equal, I am storing Boolean values. Boolean value first letter should be capital. So y equal to false. So these two values I am comparing by using Boolean operators, x and y. What is will print? False. Like that. So x value true, y value false. So and if you use the AND operator, x value is also true, y value is also true, then only it will true, otherwise it will false. If you use OR operator, then it will give the result as a true format. Because of any one it will true, remaining it will not necessary to condition satisfied. So that's why. So x is the true. X stored the value is true na, any one value should be true, otherwise it will false. Like that. Not is also same. Not actually x value is what? True na, so I am using not operator along with x variable. So it is the output is reverse format. X is equal to true, but if you use not operator, the result is false. Reverse. Sometimes this terminology also required to do the programming. These are the basic formats. First you know that. First you need to know. After that you have to write some programs. Then only you can understand everything. Next, membership operators. Python's membership operators are used to validate the membership of a value. It tests for membership in a sequence such as strings, lists, tuples or dictionaries. Actually this meaning is what? If you write some lines or if you write some if you use some sequences, in that our required sequence is available or not, it will check our required sequence is available or not. First I am creating I am using membership operators. Now I am using IDLE. For that I am using list contain ten, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So these many elements we have in the list. After that again one more variable I am using, a equal to 50. So this a variable value is available in that list or not. Now I am checking. Here list and one separate independent variable. List contain multiple values, a variable contain 50 value, and this value is available in this list or not. Now I am checking. How I need to check? How I can check? A in list true. So 50 value is there or not in that list? Yes, it is there. So that's why it is representing as a true format. True means it is available. ఇది 50 నెంబర్ కూడా అందులో ఉందని ఇది ఇండైరెక్ట్ గా చెప్తుంది. దట్స్ వై ఇట్ ఈస్ ఇండికేటింగ్ ట్రూ. ఇఫ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ఫాల్స్ in that list the number is not available, like that. Understand now? So how many operators we have in that membership operators? There are two operators, in, not in. In, not in. So now I am checking not in operator. Now I am using not in operators also. Actually a value is available. Instead of I use it in, instead of I am using in, not in operator I am using a not in list. Actually that value is available now it is indicating false. Now it is indicating us to false. Now understand now? Next, identity operators. కొంచెం క్రిటికల్గా ఉంటుందమ్మా అర్థం చేసుకోవడానికి, బట్ స్లోగా వినండి అర్థమవుతుంది. మెంబర్షిప్ ఆపరేటర్స్ అంటే మనం పాస్ చేసిన వాల్యూస్, మనం పాస్ చేసిన వాటిలో మనకు కావాల్సిన వాల్యూ ఉందో లేదో సెర్చ్ చేసే ప్రాసెస్. యాక్చువల్లీ దిస్ ఇస్ సెర్చింగ్ ప్రాసెస్. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఐఎమ్ యూజింగ్ వన్ నేమ్. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఐఎమ్ యూజింగ్ వన్ నేమ్ జీ, ఫర్ కాలేజ్ నేమ్ యూజ్ చేస్తున్నాను, జీ పుల్లారెడ్డి డిగ్రీ అండ్ పీజీ కాలేజ్. దిస్ ఇస్ అవర్ కాలేజ్ నేమ్ నా. ఇన్ దట్ Reddy word is available or not? Now I am checking. Reddy X. For that one variable required. Okay, directly also you can check. Not required to declare any variable. Reddy. Actually it is string na. Compulsory in between double quotes we have to use. As it is Reddy in name. True. Actually it is available na in that name. So that's why it is indicating true. Now understand na? Again, not in also I am using. This is real time example to understanding purpose for you. Reddy అనే వర్డ్ అందులో ఉంది కదా, సో దట్స్ వై ఇట్ ఈస్ ఇండికేటింగ్ ట్రూ. మనం ఇది యూజ్ చేయాలి. ఎందులో ఉంది? యాక్చువల్లీ దిస్ ఎంటైర్ స్ట్రింగ్ స్టోర్డ్ ఇన్ నేమ్ వేరియబుల్ నా. సో దట్స్ వై we need to check in that variable. So when if you write like this value is available in that name variable value or not, it will check. In means in it is checking in that given string. Now understand now? Next, now I am checking my name. My name is available in that list or not. Okay na? So my name is what? Shiva. Not in. Actually in that not there. So that's why I am checking. It is true. Right answer na? The condition should be satisfied because of that Shiva word is not available in that. This word, the Shiva word is not available in this string na. So that's why it is indicating true. కొంచెం కన్ఫ్యూజ్ గా ఉంటుంది, అర్థం చేసుకోండి. ఇన్ ఆపరేటర్ యూజ్ చేస్తున్నా పోనీ, ఓకేనా? శివ ఇన్ నేమ్ అందులో ఉందా? లేదు. సో ఇట్ ఈస్ ఇండికేటింగ్ ఫాల్స్ యాజ్ ఏ అవుట్పుట్ ఫార్మాట్. కొంచెం కేర్ఫుల్గా అబ్జర్వ్ చేసుకోండి. ఈ స్ట్రింగ్లో మనకు కావాల్సింది ఉందా లేదా అని చెక్ చేస్తున్నాం. సో దట్ ఈస్ ద మీనింగ్ ఆఫ్ దిస్ లైన్. ఇక్కడ నాకు అవసరమైందండి, మై రిక్వైర్డ్ వర్డ్ ఈస్ రెడ్డి. Reddy word is available in that name variable value or not? Now I am checking. So it is available. Then that's why it is indicating to us as a true format. If it is indicating true, then the string is available in that given string. అర్థమైందా? శివ లేదు కాబట్టి ట్రూ అని ఇండికేట్ చేసింది. బికాస్ ఆఫ్ హియర్ I use it instead of I am using in operator, I use it not in operator. So that's why it is indicating true. ఎందుకంటే ఈ స్ట్రింగ్ మొత్తంలో శివ అనే వర్డ్ లేదు కాబట్టి నేను నాట్ ఇన్ ఆపరేటర్ యూజ్ చేశాను. Sometimes it is also required in our programming language. In the searching process, it is useful for in the searching process. If you want to search any words, for that you need to use these codes. I mean these operators you need to use in that program. So membership operators also over. Next, identity operators. identity operators compare the identity of two operands. Identity operators compare the identity of two operands. If two variables are stored in the same memory or not. There are two identity operators. Those are is not. Those are is not. Actually, I am giving one example with diagrammatically. All of you look at the screen. The value is A equal to 10 and also B equal to 10, C equal to 10. These three variables contain same value. This means A, B, C. These three variables pointing to same value. These three variables pointing to same value, same memory location. Because of the value is same na. ఒకసారి మీరు ఒక వాల్యూ ఇస్తే a equal to 10 కాబట్టి ఫస్ట్ a value will assign with a value will allocate the memory for 10 variable. After that b value is also declare same thing with the same value. First it will check into the memory, the value is available or not. The value is available in that memory or not. If it is available, the b variable is also pointing to same memory. After that, c variable declared like this. C also contain 10 value. First it will check into the memory, the 10 value is available in that memory or not. If it is available, it is point. If it is not available, it will create one more object for that. One more object for that. So same value కాబట్టి 3 variables pointing to same memory. So id కూడా సేమ్ అవుతుంది అప్పుడు. Then the variable value memory is same. Some xxx value. ఒకటే మెమరీ లొకేషన్ ని పాయింట్ చేస్తున్నాం కాబట్టి. How we can identify? By using these operators, identity operators. There are two types of operators. Is not. Is not. Programmatically I am showing. So a equal to 10, b equal to 10, c equal to 10, d equal to 20. For your understanding purpose, one more other variable I declared for other value with the other value. So how we can use? All of you carefully observe. A is B. A is B ante A, B, C both are. If it is indicating with true, then all variables, these three variables pointing to same memory. If it is false, not pointing to same memory. A is B, true. A is C, true. A is D, false. Because of D value is what? 20. So it is not pointing to same memory location. So that's why. If you want to observe that one also, if you want to know that memory address also, we can easily find out by using predefined inbuilt function. ID of A, what? Memory location it is printing na? Memory address. ID of B, same memory address it will print again. ID of D, ID of C, same memory location. Because of the value is same. So that's why. Next, ID of D. So other value it will print. ఇక్కడ అన్ని ఏబిసికి సంబంధించిన మెమరీ అడ్రస్ సేమ్ ఉంటుంది, బట్ డి వాల్యూ సేమ్ ఉండదు. హియర్ 14071171216035220, 717121603520, 717121603520. These three addresses are same, but here changed. 14071171216. Instead of 3538 it is printing 3840. Now understand na? Because of the value is different here. Here the value is same. ABC values are same, but D value is different. So that's why it is pointing to other memory location. These three variables pointing to same memory location. Now understand na? Next, bitwise operators. In Python, bitwise operators are used to perform bitwise calculations. In Python, bitwise operators are used to perform bitwise calculations on integers. Only bitwise operators will work on integers only. The integers are first converted into binary format and then operators are performed on bit by bit. The integers are first converted into binary format and then operations are performed on bit by bit. Hence the name bitwise operators. So that's why it is called bitwise operators. Actually, bitwise operators are used in low level languages. Bitwise operators are works on low level languages. I mean low level devices also. For example, printer drivers, washing machines, all those things will work on bitwise operators. Directly it can communicate with the machine. So bitwise means first it will convert into binary format. If you pass a number, if you pass any number, now I am showing one. If you pass 10 number, for that it is printing one binary value 101010 something. Okay, na? Like that. Like that. Actually, it is not a correct value. After conversion, it will take some other value. For your understanding purpose, just is assumed value I am using. Binary value is nothing but machine readable language. Binary language is nothing but machine readable language. Directly it can communicate with the machine. So this is learning is very critical. Because of instead of placing zeros and ones, I mean reversely you can place, the instruction is also will change by the machine. The wrong values it will represent. Bitwise operators will work on low level devices, nothing but printer drivers, machines directly. If you want to interact with machine directly, for that we can use the bitwise operators. Computer programming tasks that require bit manipulation include low level device control. Now understand now? Computer programming tasks that require bit manipulation include low level device control, error detection and error correction algorithms, data compression and encryption algorithms. For that purpose we can use by bitwise operators. Bit level programming is nothing but if you want to compress some large data to small data, for that bit level programming it is useful. Bit level programming it is useful. I mean devices controlling purpose also. After that error correction and error detection in algorithms, all those things will work on bit level programming. Now understand now? How many bitwise operators we have? There are these many bitwise operators. Bitwise AND, bitwise OR, bitwise NOT, bitwise XOR, bitwise right shift operator, bitwise left shift operator. These are the descriptions. These are the operator symbols. These are the description. I mean this is the description of about that operator. And example A and B, A or B, negation B. Bitwise NOT means in the mathematical way it is called negation symbol. A or B, I mean XOR. A left shift operator, A right shift operators. Actually, bit level bitwise operators will work on mathematical set functions you have na? A and B, A or B. Actually, it can this table understand only mathematical students. It is a truth table na? Truth table. In the sets chapter, you can you had to learn this. In the sets chapter, in the mathematics sets chapter you have. So bitwise operators also will work on based on the truth table A and B. That means these two are bits. If both bits are same, then A and B should satisfy. Otherwise, it should, I mean, it false. It will represent as a false. Here 0 indicating with false, 1 indicating with true. All of you carefully observe. In C level, in C programming language also same symbols we can use. How we can represent as a true? One value is the true format indicating. 0 value is the false formatting indicating. Like that. Bit level programming is also using this truth table. A and B means both A bit and B bit both are should be true. Both are should be in true condition. Then only A and B expression is true. And remaining operations are both remaining bits are combination are both not same. So that's why it is indicating false. A or B means any one bit should be true. Otherwise it will false. Here both bits are false, so that's why it is false. Here a bit false and b bit true, so any one bit is true na, so that's why it is true. Here a bit is true and b bit is false. Any one is true na, a value is, a bit is true, so that's why it is true. Here both bits are true, so that's why it is true. Like that. A XOR B. That means any one bit true. If both bits are any one bit are true, it can be true. It should be true. If both bits are same, false. కొంచెం కన్ఫ్యూజ్గా ఉంటుందమ్మా. ఇక్కడ చూడండి, రెండు బిట్లు సేమ్ ఉండాలి. ఏ ఎక్స్ఆర్ బిలో ఏదో ఒకటి ట్రూ ఉండాలి. రెండు బిట్లు ట్రూ ఉన్నా, రెండు బిట్లు ఫాల్స్ ఉన్నా, అండ్ ద కండిషన్ షుడ్ బి false. So that's why it is indicating false. Here both bits false na, so that's why it is false. Here one bit true, so true. Here one bit true, any one bit true, and both bits true, that's why it is false. Any one should need to true, otherwise it can be false. It should be false. Negation means reverse. Here 0 1, 0 reverse, true ke false ki opposite format is what? False, true na, so that's why. So a bit is, here I use it negation a, so compulsory you need to understand this line only, this row, I mean this column. Here the first bit is false, then it is true. The first bit is, second bit is false, then it is true. The third bit is false, the third bit is true, it is false. The fourth bit is true, it is false. Like that, bitwise operators use it truth table. Here I give an example. All of you carefully observe. Binary operators, binary numbers. A equal to 10 na, so the binary number is 1010. The binary number is 1010. How it will convert? How it will convert? All of you carefully observe. Now I am converting a digit to, actually my digit is 10. My digit is 10. For that I am converting integer format to binary format. Integer format to binary format. Already you know HCF, LCM, like that. Internally it can use that one only. So 2. This is 5. 5 na? 5 2s are 10. Next 2. 5 2s are 10 and 0 is the result, remainder. Here 2 2s are 4. Remainder is 1. Remainder is 1. Again 1 time 2. Remainder is sorry, here 1 na? Wait, actually this is wrong. Here 1 2s are 1, the result is 0. So how it will convert the binary format? In the reverse format we need to write 10 equal to, here the value is 1, in this way, direction 1 0 1 0, reverse format 1 0 1 0. So that is the value of 10. Now understand na? That is the, actually 10 is the integer value, the binary number is this one, 1 0 1 0. All of you carefully observe. I given that one na? And b value also similarly you have to do yourself, then you will get this one, then you will get this one. So by using these conditions it will represent on the screen a and b, 1 0 1 0 0 1 0 0 0 0 0, all are, this is the result, like that. And in the negation format, how it will get the, all of you carefully observe, a and b. A and b means both bits should be same, otherwise it can false. So now I am comparing a bit and b bit. A binary number is this one and b binary value is this one. Here I configured this one. 1010 is the A value, 0100 is the B value. Now my expression is what? A and B. 0 0. So false. 1 0 false. 0 1 false. 1 0 false. The result is false. Because of what is the truth table showing? Both bits are same. Both bits are same. A and B should be true. ఇక్కడ ఏమైనా బిట్స్ మ్యాచ్ అయ్యాయా? మ్యాచ్ కాలేదు కాబట్టి ద రిజల్ట్ ఈస్ 0 0 0 0 1 0 0. ఏవి మ్యాచ్ కాలేదు కదా, అంటే బోత్ కండిషన్ షుడ్ బి ట్రూ, దెన్ ఓన్లీ ఇట్ విల్ ట్రూ, అదర్వైజ్ ఆల్ ఆర్ ఫాల్స్. ఇన్ ఆల్ కేసెస్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ఫాల్స్. నౌ A or B 1 0 1 0, A or B meaning is what? Any one bit should be true, then it can be true. So all of you carefully observe. 0 0, both bits are false, so 0. Here one bit is true, second bit is false. Any one bit is true na, so that's why the result is 1. Again, first bit is false, second bit is true, so true. First bit is true, second bit is false, so true. So this is the binary format of ARB expression. ARB expression. The result is 14. How we will get the result? 1 1 1 0. All of you carefully observe. That one also I will tell you. 1 1 1 0. So 2 power 1. This means 2 power 1. Wait. 2 2 2 2. Next. 2 power 0, 2 power 1, 2 power 2, 2 power 2 power 3, 2 power 2, 2 power 1, 2 power 0. Now understand now? So this is the meaning of this one. So 2 power 0 means 0. Because of this is a 0 na? That's why. Here plus operator actually. For your understanding purpose. Plus now understand now? So this is the format. This is 2 power 0, this is 2 power 1, this is 2 power 2, this is 2 power 3. Now the result is 2 power 0 means 0, 2 power 3 means 2 to the power of 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8, plus 2 2s are 4, plus 2 power 1 means 2, plus 0. Then what is the result? 8 plus 4 12, 12 plus 2 14, 14 plus 0 14. So now we are getting that result na, 14 here. We got that result here. So that is the meaning of ARB. First we are converting into the decimal integer format to binary format. After that we are converting into the binary format to integer format. The second way is binary format. Second way is binary format to integer format. Next, XOR. Sorry, bitwise not. Bitwise not means here bitwise operator, bitwise not I am using a variable na. Actually a value is what? 1010. I applied negation symbol for that. Internally it can use one formula. Internally the interpreter can be used one formula, minus into n plus 1. So n is the a value, 1010 plus 1. Now I am adding one bit, 1011. After that one negation symbol. Minus negation is nothing but internally it can convert into a negative symbol. Minus symbol. So 1 plus 1 means 10 plus 1 11. So that the result is minus 11. This by using this formula. హియర్ నేను అన్నిటికీ కూడా మీకు ఎక్స్ప్లెనేషన్స్ ఇచ్చానమ్మా, ఒకసారి చూసుకోండి ఇక్కడ క్లియర్గా మీకు అర్థమవుతుంది ఈ టేబుల్ ఫార్మాట్ని కొంచెం క్లియర్గా అర్థం చేసుకుంటే. బట్ నాట్ రిక్వైర్డ్ టు రైట్ ఇన్ ద ఎగ్జామినేషన్స్ in this brief way. Not required to write in this brief way. So if you want to write bitwise operators, just definition is enough. After that bitwise operators are enough. Not required to from here to here, because of you have only 40 marks paper. The question is also having less marks. No need to write for the no need to waste that time to write this much lengthy answer. Just operators are enough. So a left shift or a right shift operator is nothing but a right shift operator 1, nothing but 1 bit I want to shift. The actual format is what? A value is what? 1010 1010 and remaining zeros are 4, because of integer it can spare for the 8 bits of memory na. So that's why 8 digits I used here. That's why 8 digits I used. Internally integer data type can occupy only 8 bits of memory. So that's why 8 digits I used. The actual format is what? A is equal to 1010, the binary format, and remaining bits are becomes 0, because of it is a 8 bit series. We don't have any other bits now, so that's why we need to put into zeros for the remaining bits. Here my expression is what? A right shift 1. So 1 bit I want to delete. So that's why this last digits I want to delete, and one more 0 I want to add at the first side. I want to add at first. Before I want to add one more 0, and last I want to remove one shift, because of my expression is a right shift 1. So all of you carefully observe. If I remove this one, what is the expression? 1 0 1 0 0 0 0. One more 0 I want to add before, because of I removed last na. So the result is 5. Like that we have to calculate this one also. Then you will get this result only. And left shift means left side I want to remove. Left side I want to remove 2 bits, because of I use a 2 number now. This expression meaning is what? This expression is I want to remove 1 bit from at right side. This expression means I want to remove 2 bits from at left side. Now understand na? After that you need to convert as a binary format to integer format. For that you need to follow this series only. 2 power 0, 2 power 1, 2 power 2, 2 power 3. If the bit is 0, then you no need to calculate. If bit is 1, then you need to calculate that one also. Now understand the bitwise operators also. If you want to write bitwise about the bitwise operators in the exam, while writing in the examination time, just bitwise operators definition is enough. After that this operators table is enough. Not required to write this much code. Actually this is very critical format to understanding also. So that's why bit level programming is avoided. That's why nowadays bit level programming is avoided. I hope you enjoyed this session. Carefully listen this class, then only operators concept you can understand, otherwise you can't understand. Okay na? In the next session we will discuss about the type conversion concept. Today I am ending this session. Thank you very much.